As a man, it's like your job to see how far you can push your body.
Sometimes I wake up and I see myself as like huge and I'm like, oh my God, what have I done?
I like to take a risk, so I took a risk, and in my opinion it's paid off. It paid off.
My friends just knew that this is a necessary evil essentially to get where I need to be.
I felt angry all the time, like I felt bad.
I don't think I am big enough. I'm not big just yet.
Day in, day out, and it's making you feel like come off it.
The benefits really don't outweigh the risk.
And there's no way coming back from it.
The obsessive nature to look big and muscular.
I wanted basically some muscle and something to me.
It's the growing problem in thousands of gyms across the country. But where does this obsession stem from?
We have what to blame for it, social media.
From former bodybuilders to current steroid users, right through to the impacts of body dysmorphia on young adults. I want to take a deeper look into the dark secrets of muscle building in today's world. First up, we have two former bodybuilders, Darian Shepherd and Ellis Mason, who both competed in the United Kingdom Drug-Free Bodybuilding Association. Darian won the competition 3 times, but is now a personal trainer.
I remember I was competing with my mate, we're doing it together, and obviously we're good friends and that, and then it got to a little point where I was kind of like, no, I'm not bigger than him, I'm not leaner than him, and I started to like demonize it a little bit, and even looking at like influencers online and stuff like this, like even today I don't think I am big enough. I'm not big just yet.
Ellis also reflected on his bodybuilding days.
When I look back now, I would genuinely, if I could, there's not many things, if I could speak to my younger self to say don't do it, that'd honestly be one of the things I'd say don't do it, because you stop looking at food as food, you start looking at it as macros and the fats, the proteins, the carbs, when am I eating it, what am I eating, and it becomes just a purpose food.
But what was the biggest stumbling block throughout their career?
You always see, you know, this big guy here, bigger, leaner, all of this like that, like all the bodybuilders, influencers and everything like this. It makes you want to be like that, and obviously if you're not like that, then it's like, oh, I'm doing something wrong, or like, I'm not as good as them. But a lot of the time they're either on something, or they edit in their pictures and things like that as well. So social media, it messes you up.
What really gets me is when I see people saying, if you want to grow this or you want to look like me, this is what you do. And then I instantly always go to the comment section now, because I know there's someone commenting saying, yeah, and just take loads of tren at the same time. Because I now know that's the reality.
And the reality of this muscle building obsession is frightening. It is estimated that over 1 million people in the UK are taking steroids to enhance their results. But how are so many people getting their hands on them?
It's easy to get access. You walk into almost any gym and someone's either selling it or someone knows someone who can get it for you. Unfortunately, you've got these young kids that are taking stuff, they have no idea what it is, what it does. They're just taking it because they want to look good. 21-year-olds, 18-year-olds, even 17-year-olds jumping on these vicious cycles where it's just going to absolutely wreck them for the long run, and there's no way coming back from it.
This individual has chosen to jump onto this cycle. He asked to remain anonymous.
You've been going to the gym for a while now anyway, but what sort of pushed you over the edge to take it? Why did you do it?
I had like a vision of myself for summer, and I just thought, what steps could I take to achieve this look? And I resorted to taking steroids.
Since you've been taking it and you've seen your body grow, has that gained you confidence, or?
Definitely has increased it, because obviously naturally if you get more compliments you're going to feel more confident by yourself, and obviously if your body's bigger you're just going to get more compliments. I'm not in it for the long term. I don't plan on competing, which might be a shock to people, because people often say, oh, don't take steroids unless you're planning to compete. But I'm just taking it because I like the risk and the rewards, and I think I'm reaping the rewards so far.
Someone that is planning on competing in the muscle industry is Hugh Thompson, a former UK DFBA junior physique champion.
I'm no longer a natural athlete, so I've gone down the enhanced route.
Hugh has started taking steroids as he feels they are essential for breaking through in the bodybuilding world.
basically the end goal requires performance enhancing drugs, so it's kind of like a necessary evil. The goal won't be achieved without it. So as I came out of juniors, that was kind of the right call for me to make the jump, and I spoke to my coach and said, is there like a chance that I will turn pro? And he said, like, there is a high chance, and therefore that was like my decision to take that jump. In reality, like, this is unhealthy, and I know what the health complications are, and that's just something where I've had to weigh up whether the risk is worth the reward, and to me it hopefully will be, and I'm come to terms with those health complications. I haven't told my parents yet. That is something that, because I know they're not going to understand why I'm doing it, and that I'm educated on the fact of what I can do, the precautions I'm taking to mitigate any side effects. But my friends just knew that this is a necessary evil, essentially, to get where I need to be.
Anabolic steroids are prescription-only medicines that are sometimes taken without medical advice to increase muscle mass and improve athletic performance. Professional physiotherapist and Wellingborough Town physio, William Harris, discussed the negative effects of steroid use on a person's health.
Starting with the needles themselves, you can get HIV, you can get there's like loads of different things. You can even get like ulcers and things like skin issues just by using needles, and obviously some people might reuse them. So, and then when you come into the actual use of the steroids, men, you can get like infertility, you get like shrunken testicles, which is actually one of them. The actual using of it causes clots, which then obviously through your system can cause like heart attacks, strokes. And then with women, you get things like breast loss. Again, infertility is a big one, but there's many different side effects that you can have, and some people aren't just aware of it.
That's even cold as well, isn't it? No, it's that cold.
A lot of interviews and other things that I've seen, people explain how even taking steroids, it's much better just to put the work in, because once you stop taking the steroids, the effect it's going to have on you, it's all going to go backwards, and that the benefits really don't outweigh the risks.
Finally, I question if this muscle building obsession originates from body dysmorphia. Body dysmorphic disorder is a mental health condition where individuals constantly worry about their appearance. It is estimated that 2% of the adult population are living with the condition, but most experts agree that this undervalues the real number of cases because it is so difficult to diagnose. Maddie Bates and Daniel Hardin are two fitness fanatics that train regularly, but like many others, struggle with their body appearance.
Yeah, so obviously when I first started, I was like 7 stone, I was a little twig. And obviously now I'm 10 stone, I've got a bit of muscle on me. But some days I wake up, I look in the mirror, and I just see this little twig, and it just like, I don't know, it's bare discomforting really. I mean.
It was only up until probably about 2 years ago where I decided that I wanted to do weightlifting, I wanted to change my body completely. I was sick of just being skinny, and I wanted basically some muscle and something to me.
I feel like as a man, it's like your job to see how far you can push your body, see your body at the peak it can be. You should get as big as you can and just see how crazy you can get.
If I'm completely honest with you, I still don't know really what I look like. Sometimes I wake up and I see myself as like huge, and I'm like, oh my god, what have I done? And then other days I wake up and I'm like, where is your muscle? Like, you literally have none.
So how do we battle body dysmorphia? Fully qualified personal trainer and nutrition coach Dion Harrison revealed some of the strategies she employs to promote a healthy body image.
One of the biggest things that I say is if you're going on Instagram, TikTok, day in, day out, and it's making you feel like come off it. I'm all about having a break from things. And one, I would say just stop trying to compare yourself to people, like just focus on yourself. I think realistically, if you're training well and you're eating well, you are going to build muscle mass. If you're doing progressive overload, you're eating enough protein, you're getting enough rest and recovery, then that is going to happen over time.
And that is the key. But unfortunately, we have seen that this obsession has no limits. So until we all start being more comfortable in our own skin, this desire to look big and muscular will always remain a growing problem.